What's up, boys? Today we're going to be checking out the Zombie Tower Survivor demo, a tower-based bullet heaven that already has some very promising build customization in the game. So these are our classes, basically, that will have the biggest impact on how your run will play out. So we've got a tanky and healing-based tower here, a very random one with a random damage range, a multicast chance, and a chance to gain a random buff on every multicast. We have a bunch of different mana effects here to cast spells very rapidly, tower based on taking damage to empower yourself, and then one that gains a buff based on when your tower takes damage. And then every time you take a certain amount of damage, you cast a free spell. So that actually sounds pretty interesting here, a sort of cast when damage taken tower. So I think I'm going to try that out here. There's currently only 2 abilities you can choose for your tower, and the Arc Lightning has a bit of built-in chaining, so you can actually hit multiple targets with it. So I think that's a much easier way to start off. And then I actually need to beat the hardest difficulty, Hardcore, now to unlock Endless, so that's what I'm working on now. I did one run on the basic difficulty, or I guess the middle one. We can go up to 5 times speed here, and then mana will fill up to max based on your mana region, and then you'll cast your spell a few times based on your mana cost reduction, and we'll get a shot every once in a while. Let's see. We actually have to get some sort of electrify chance for this to do anything, I believe. It's like a damage over time based on your lightning hits. So this is actually kind of a terrible shop. I think we'll toss a free reroll since we don't actually have any synergy with those yet. Let's see, defense. That actually sounds pretty nice for the tanky tower. So this gives us what? Armor and block chance. Maybe not the greatest, but we'll try it anyways. And then we can get a free bit of double shot to go with that as well. And then for every run, you will have 2 special abilities here. You can kill everything on the screen. You can only use this one time in a run. We'll need to use our second ability here. This gives you immortality for 5 seconds, okay? So we'll use that to try and get through the rest of this level. And then, oh yeah, every upgrade in the shop also has a random modifier to the cost. We are getting actually pretty unlucky here with very large increases to the cost. So we can really only buy one thing here, I guess. Armor actually seems fairly weak, I think. I believe 3 armor is around 3%. Yeah, 11 armor gives us 10%. So almost 300 gold for that is actually pretty terrible. I think we'll just take the double damage chance here. And then attack, what does that do? Attack speed and damage. Okay, that's pretty solid. Not bad. But yeah, even for the tank build, I think armor is probably too expensive. We might actually have to use the second immortality here. So mana flow on Arc Lightning. That is a stacking mana region buff. That sounds decent. Attack speed per electrified enemy. Again, we would have to get some sort of electrified chance for that to do anything. Would be cool if we could, but I'm not sure about that. We could have the chains do full damage each time. Can I see how much of a damage reduction they currently get? I don't see anything for that here, so I'm not sure how good that is. All right, let's take the mana region then, and then get ready to use the immortality. We'll have to use the second one. So there's 3 stages for the basic rounds, and the easiest way I've seen to win is to save your instant kill for the 3rd stage when it will be the hardest. So I'm trying to get through the first 2 with just the immortality thing. Okay, 5 gifts from a treasure chest. Wow. I've never seen that before, so that should be a pretty nice boost. Damage reduction, number of blocks, damage of all abilities, attack speed, and mana region. So I think this is kind of weak overall, but 5 upgrades should still be pretty good. Random number of blocks. Oh yeah, you can open the shop whenever you want. So it looks like we got 1 block or something. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So what we could do is, since I think we want to go for the energy shield more, since the tower passive is based on your max HP, if we can build into energy shield more, then we can potentially trigger that more. So we could try blocking the max HP. We definitely don't want to trade max HP for gold when I'm at like 1 HP. We can block that. Dot damage, we still don't have anything that would allow us to trigger that, so I guess we can block that as well. We have 340, so let's try and get some more upgrades here. Mana pool, shred lightning resistance. So that is minus 5%, lasting 6 seconds. That actually sounds pretty good, but only 10%. Let's get some energy shield so we don't die. And then I don't think we're going to lock either of those, but we can check the shop again later on. Oh, I think we had a chest over there as well. Regen and reduce damage when HP is low. Okay, that would be very helpful right now. Bastion charges at regular intervals. So that gives you 3 damage reduction, and it's consumed when you take damage. 4 seconds to gain a charge. That sounds really bad when we want to take a lot of damage for the stacking thing that gives us regen. The adaptive armor charges, I think it was. -1 per 15 magic. I'm not sure we're really going to be able to reach that. So, I mean, this one just sounds really good. We're already low enough, we'll gain 50% regen and 15% damage reduction. Sounds perfect for the builds. Although, we might want to gain... Yeah, we definitely need some actual regen. Okay, so that's just a passive thing. Let's check another shop real quick. Chance of blocking. I think we had a little bit of that already, right? Where is the block at? No. Didn't the defense give us some of that? I guess not. I don't know that either of those are going to help us that much right now. We could really use some energy shield regen so we can actually heal up. Random number of common upgrades. Okay, that could be helpful. You can also upgrade your shop for 500 gold, but when the waves or the entire stage is only 3 total waves, I feel like that's kind of a lot to invest for that. Probably more useful on the endless mode. Let's see what we get with the random stuff. Attack and lightning pin, so some decent damage. I could really use some regen, man. I'm gonna do 1 gold reroll. Magic block, electrify, that's still junk. We could block that. And I guess grab some magic, that will give us extra mana pool and cost reduction. But we might actually be dead here. We'll probably have to use the immortality, let the entire wave spawn, and then we're going to have to use the instant kill to finish this off, I think. Vitality gives us a tiny amount of regen, so that would help a bit. I think we probably will have to take that. We got pretty unlucky with the cost increases on the attributes on this run, I feel like. So I think we're probably dead here, and we're going to have to make another attempt to unlock Endless. So we'll wait until that runs out, pop the instant kill, and then that will give us some levels, but the third stage is going to be even harder. So mana cost, but it has a longer recharge. If we had found this earlier, we could have gotten the Electrify chance, and then we could have actually built around it, but it might be a bit late for that. Lightning damage, +4. The base is 20, so that's about 20%. Not that great when you include the mana cost increase. Let's just get the mana cost, I think. And then hopefully that will allow us to spend a lot more time casting. And then, oh, we have a chest over here. Let's check that real quick first. We did get pretty lucky on the chest though, so maybe that will help out a bit. So armor, talent shard. Oh yeah, I think you need to gain, oh my god, 5 shards. That is definitely not possible. Okay, well that's not gonna happen. We did gain a little bit of health regen, it might be too late, and then some lightning shred. But we're all out of cooldowns, and we are probably dead here. Let's check one more shop before they all get in here. 3 armor, probably not a big deal. We did get some cost reduction, so we might be able to grab both of these, and then let's wait a little bit more, and then we'll do a reroll and try to get one more upgrade that might help out a bit here, but I think we're cooked now. Magic attribute will give us a little bit more casting. We may as well take the YOLO for the 2 randoms, I guess. We got a Deadly Strike, which is critical power, which does nothing by default, I think. Oh, we have 10%, so almost nothing, basically. If we get another 40 more gold, we can cast a little bit more. We'll wait for that, and then grab that instantly. But I think that was about all we can do here, so... Looks like it's going to take a little bit of luck to beat the hardcore modes. So we will do a retry then, I guess. We didn't gain any progress, so no new unlocks there. So all of the same stuff, back up to 5 times speed here. Oh, we have a kitty that gathers gems, or buffs, I guess. Basically, I think we need to get some energy shield regen so that we have some constant healing. Damage reduction by a flat amount also sounds pretty good. And then we'll take the flat energy shield since those both have a discount. And then pretty soon we'll need to use the immortality on this stage, I think. Yeah, let's do that as everything gets in here. And then hopefully we can save 2 of those, but we might need 1 more still. Depends on what we get from the shop. Let's see, let's grab this instantly for the 2 or... oh, we got 0 random things. Okay, well that didn't help. We'll take the golden cum early on. And then we'll probably have to use the second immortality here. Let's see, we got an attack upgrades. We can gain critical based on attack attributes, which currently does nothing and is kind of hard to build to in these quick 3-stage runs. Seems like the same for that one, so really just one of these. Double existing bounces with random targets, no range limit. Okay, that sounds really good. Let's try that out for more AoE. If you're ready to pop the immortality, I think we're gonna have to. Range of abilities, double damage, reduced damage. That sounds cool for the tanky build. We just really need some regen to go with that now. We should probably try a different tower if I lose again. I'm not sure if this one's going to be great for the hardcore modes. 3 gifts. Shred lightning splits into multiple targets and attack. Okay, that actually seems pretty good. Those will both help with AoE a little bit. This will help with single target as well, and that also. So now we're going to have to try and get through the entire second stage with just 1 immortality then. Attack speed per 5, so this would give us 4 now, right? Yeah. Oh, I guess it tells you 8%? Bastion charges at regular intervals, mana cost, but deal less direct damage. What is the mana cost on that? 20? Okay, that's not really a huge deal. I guess we will just take the attack speed then. We'll wait for them to get closer. Actually, we're probably going to have to use the instant kill here, right? Let's do that right away. And then we'll try to do the 3rd stage with just the last immortality. So we can get a double-double. Electrify deals damage. We don't really have anything for that, although it does give 5%. But we are about to be on stage 3, so again, probably too late to build into that now. So I think we will just take the double. Let's see, we don't really have any buff synergy. Oh, thank God, some energy shield regen. Might be kind of late. We definitely can't take that. Oh, right, we need to be blocking some stuff that we probably won't be able to build into here. 500, that's like 3 upgrades, and we're on the final stage. I don't think so. Let's toss some free rerolls here. Defense, it does have a big cost increase. I don't think that's going to help, but health regen might be decent, and then our free reroll's pretty helpful. We can improve that, but 47% increase is insane. I think I'll pass on that. Grab some cost reduction. That might be okay. Do another free reroll. No, there's no way we're hitting 5 of those, right? Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, you can see how many up there. Yeah, no way. We'll take a reduced cost lottery tickets. We got 0, unlucky. Free reroll. 4% is kind of bad. We can get, I guess, 2 cheap things here. All right, we'll do those then. Attack speed and damage, and then we might check that if I get 225 here. If we get kind of lucky on that, maybe it'll give us just the little shove we need to finish this stage off. All right, let's open the shop and grab that. We got a little bit of global damage. And then our talent here, Electrify Chance, extra chains. That might actually go hard with the double bounce chance, right? 5 mana cost is quite a bit though. And I don't know how many times it chains by default. Let's see, these both have a bit of a downside as well. Big mana cost increase. We may as well try it with a double bounce chance. So we waste a talent shard, gain a bit of mana, attack speed, and damage. That's okay. And then we'll need perfect timing on the shield thing. We might want to slow it down at some point, just for that. Okay, attack power is very good. We gained the basic stuff for that, and then we had that legendary thing that gave attack speed based on that. Yeah, that's fantastic. Crit power is fairly weak. We will probably try and get a bit of gold and then either grab that or reroll and try and find something there. We have a rare guy over there. Looks like some sort of healing effect. Okay, let's do one last shop. Defense. I just don't think that 1.5 armor is going to do anything. 3% block chance. One last reroll. I guess we can do the free as well. Take a bit of basic damage or try and get the attack thing. Since we have the synergy on that, I think that'll probably make the biggest difference. We need like 1 or 2 kills for that. So we'll close, pop the immortality, get that as soon as possible. And then hopefully that'll give us enough, but I think we're dead again. Okay, we'll have to try out a different tower type, it looks like. I think I played decently there, and we're still not even close to beating the final stage there. That's why I think we need the instant kill for that one. So we will go back to the main menu. Let's try something else out. Oh, I do have enough to unlock a different tower now. Let's see what that does. Mana Shield Aura absorbs a portion of damage using mana instead of HP. That sounds kind of bad currently. We would lose damage but gain survivability? But we clearly don't have enough damage with how badly we're getting swarmed, right? Let's try the multicasting thing. That sounds pretty cool. Arc Lightning again, and Hardcore for the Endless mode unlock. Go up to 5 times speed here. Doesn't seem like we can do anything with those. Take a quick shop, see if we can save... Oh, we actually have to wait until the first shop appears before we can even buy anything there, I guess. Okay, here we go. Magic seems pretty good. Mana pool, that doesn't even give us a single cast of lightning, does it? We need, I think, 20 for a single cast. That seems pretty bad. We will take the magic, and then I guess that's about it. And looks like we need an immortality. Probably 2 of those since our damage is pretty low. Check another shop here. I guess we have to reroll, try and get some more like AoE or something. I guess energy shield's helpful. Oh, buff drop chance. We could try to get that and go for some synergy with a multicasting thing, I guess. I'll take this for now, and then we'll grab that in a moment with some more golds. Oh my god. Another immortality as soon as we get out of there, and hopefully that's enough. I need 3 immortalities for this stage. I think we're dead. We can take some damage here. 30%. I mean, it sounds cool for the build. I think we're probably being too greedy with the buff stuff, though. Use the immortality here. Probably need the instant kill in the second stage, then. Okay, we apparently need all of those for the first stage. Is the Chaos Tower just terrible or something? We'll do a quick retry on this. I think we probably shouldn't buy the buff thing. And we should go more into damage, I guess. But if we have to spend that many things on the first stage, there's no way we can win, right? Split shots, energy shield, magic, energy shield regen, and random locks. Okay, that looks pretty solid. Actually, a golden chest right at the very start. That should help a ton. Maybe we can get through with just one of the immortalities now. Dot damage, we could probably block that. Talent shard at 48%, I think we'll probably just block that. This is the best time to do a HP for gold trade, I suppose. But we probably want some actual upgrades to help us out here. Mana cost is good, more magic is good, and gold is pretty good to get early on. So let's go ahead and pop an immortality, and hopefully that'll get us through the rest of this. See if we can... Nope, we'll have to take a free reroll, but I think we'll probably have the free refresh soon. Oh, let's definitely pop that. Okay, attack speed per electrified enemy. 4% per 10 attack attributes. That's the attack speed cap, I guess, for that one. Full damage and mana flow effect on cast, giving us stacking mana regen. Okay, that sounds pretty cool, I think. Lightning damage, defense, and max health for gold. Well, we can't do that anymore, so we can go ahead and block that now. We could grab both of these. I don't think defense will do a ton. So I think just lightning damage, and probably toss out a free reroll since we need a little bit more to finish off this stage. Let's take the cheap YOLO. We got Magic Amplifier and Another Way. Mana Pool, and what is the other one? What is Another Way? I have no idea. Let's get gold pretty soon. No, 29%. That's going to take forever to pay off. I think this is kind of a dead shot. We'll maybe take the region later on with a bit more, but those are just too expensive. Got a chest. I think the split shot. Oh, actually multicast. We need that for the chaos synergy. That should be very good. And then we will take... Oh, it refreshed actually. We can't get the region, but I didn't think locking that would be worth it. We'll take a crit chance, I think, and lightning pen since those are both cheaper. Check our golden chest over here. Well, we seem to be pretty lucky on chests, so that should be helpful. Not the greatest, but the magic and attack speed will be decent. We just don't really have that much crit chance yet. Oh, random number rerolls, that might be pretty helpful. Yeah, we can do that once we have some more gold then. But we are very light on our cooldown, so we might want to get a really big instant kill here then. Let's see, mana if you have 20 magic attributes. We're almost there. It would be pretty cool. This would already be active, but we won't really be able to take that many extra hits with it because we're not really a tank build and we only have 1 HP left. So I think it's one of these two. I guess we'll try and go for the magic since we need one more upgrade for that and we have a lot of magic-based stuff already. Or mana-based stuff, I mean. Chest, we get double damage, gold, or lightning pen. I think we'll take the double damage. Probably a bit late to get greedy gold stuff now. And then we'll do the instant kill in a moment once the entire wave is spawned. Let's see, attack speed based on electrify. Double existing bounces, that sounds pretty good. Oh, electrify chance and mana restoration on killing that. That could actually work since we gain a bit of both. I don't have any electrify chance yet, right? I don't think so. So it'll just be the 7%. But we do have pretty fast cast rate and mana regen, so we can hit quite a bit already, I think. Alright, so we'll need to finish this with just some shop upgrades now. We do have some multicast, and that's reduced cost, so the buff duration might help. Toss a free reroll. 3% seems pretty terrible. I don't think so. Cost reduction is good. Then we'll do another free reroll. Ooh, split shot is very good. 175 for 4%. Not sure about that. Probably just hold the rest. Electrified damage seems terrible. Because that has a big discount, I think I will grab that. And then, do we want to save up a bit for the 41% increase? Probably not. Oh yeah, we should be seeing what all these buffs do. We gained that from the Arc Lightning cast. Random buff gives us cost reduction. Lightning Flash. What is a Lightning Flash? Is that like a second cast of it or something? This one is based on Arc Lightning levels. So I think that would be the talents. So 3 times 0.6, that would be terrible. Oh, Electrify Chance. Okay, that would help with the thing that gives us mana on kill that we just got. This one. Yeah. The cost increase is unfortunate, but that does seem like pretty good synergy here. So we're on the 3rd stage now. We got some pretty good chests overall. Damage reduction, gold, health area, and locks. Not great. That's not going to do a ton at this point. That's kind of helpful. The rest doesn't seem that great here. Let's take a quick shop since we'll need to kill as many enemies as possible here. Ooh, Electrify chance for even more mana restore. Those are not great. We'll wait a little bit more. Actually, we'll take a free reroll here. That's terrible. That's, it's okay, but I think we'll just take the free reroll here. Ooh, Split Shot. That's very good with a cost reduction. And then that's decent with the cost reduction. And I think we have a chance now with all that Electrify chance. And one shield left, hopefully. So this is melee and range. That might actually be kind of helpful here. With all those archers hitting us. I don't mind that. And then let's go to minimum speed, use the shield thing at the optimal points. Right there. And then take another shop. Those won't really make a big difference here. These probably won't either. This is fairly cheap. And then we can gain one of these. I guess we'll do the crit chance. And I think we're dead, although we were fairly close, like maybe another 5 more seconds. So I guess we'll try the Chaos Tower again. Oh, we got a progress over here. Higher tier upgrades. Oh, okay. That would be pretty helpful. What do we have in here? I don't see anything. Shrug. Yeah, we'll try the Chaos again. We got pretty close there. Maybe with a bit more upgrades we could do that. Oh, could I unlock anything in here? No, we don't have any skulls left. So Arc Lightning again on the hardcore difficulty. Block, energy shield, and double damage. I feel like having at least one of these is extremely helpful so we have some sort of regen, right? Yeah, you have none by default. So we don't get whittled down, I'll grab that. Alright, mana cost is decent. Blessing gems. I guess, no, that's probably too greedy to take this early on, right? And then that's probably too expensive. Let's block that. Probably block that as well. Take a free reroll. This seems terrible. Honestly, we probably just reroll. Or restart if we get all of that junk on the very first shop, right? When we're that early into the run. Alright, cheap double damage. That sounds helpful. Actually, all of these sound pretty good. Let's take Split Shot. Multiple targets. That definitely sounds the most useful. That's pretty cheap. I think we'll grab that to open up the Electrify Synergy later on. And then we'll try to grab that before the shop refreshes at 135. So we'll wait for that. Grab that right away. Get ready to pop the invincibility. Double damage. Need another invincibility here. Try and check a shop. We'll probably... I'll do one more, see if we can save some more cooldowns. We definitely can't do that now, so we can block that. Area doesn't seem great on Chain Lightning. Probably not. I guess we'll take the block to try and save cooldown here. Reduce cost talent chart. It just seems so hard to get 5 of these. That seems kind of crazy, right? I don't think so. And we need another invincibility. I don't see how this is possible, man. Double strike based on attack. Don't think we have any of that yet. These are based on magic attributes and lightning level. I mean, I guess we'll try the multicast here for the extra buffs based on that. That's insane that you can't beat the first stage without using every cooldown, really? Okay, let's try something else, I guess. Let's try the tanky block thing then. We gain 15 healing when we block, with a 60% chance. We'll do Arc Lightning again. I just don't see any way to win if you have to use all 4 of those just to beat the first stage there. Like, it seems like you have to have the kill for the 3rd stage. Damage reduction, I guess, well, not at 48%, no. We don't have any crit chance yet, so I'll probably just block that. Energy shields, I'll probably block that as well because this does HP healing. So no synergy there. Toss a free reroll. We could take that early on, I guess. 150 golds. Probably not at 15%. We'll take the reroll here. Random upgrades. We got area and attack speed. Cheap damage and cheap lightning shred. And then we'll toss an immortality there. See if we can get some more stuff at the shop. Mana regen, sure. And then magic. That's pretty expensive. And then pop one more immortality, grab the chest. Let's take the gold early on. And then we'll probably need another immortality, right? That seems ridiculous. Multiple to a single target. Yeah, that could be helpful. Okay, this just doesn't make any sense. I guess we have to use the instant kill on the first stage then. And then we save the immortalities for the later ones? Let's do an instant retry here. Like, it feels like I'm missing something here, right? How is it this difficult just to beat the first stage? What is happening? Like, there's nothing I can pick up, right? Oh, block chance, that's really good here. Okay, thank God. Let's take the crit chance at a discount and block the buff duration. Since we have no synergy here. Let's wait a little bit, pop the instant kill, and then see what saving the immortalities for the later stages look like. So multicast based on the arc lightning level, and this is based on magic attributes, which we have none of. So I guess we would take split shot for AoE based on the lightning level. Mana, crits, cost reduction, rerolls, and block. Okay, that's really good. We start off with 45% block now. We actually need some regen though. And some HP pool, so the percent healing does more. Let's check a shop real quick. I guess we'll try that. Might is kind of weak. Those are pretty expensive. We'll check a free reroll. Let's block damage over time. We don't have anything for that. Cheap bonus gold and a free reroll. Those don't seem great. We could probably block gold income at this point in the run since we have a bit of that already. Cost reduction I do like. We'll maybe grab that at 255. Energy shield. We want to ban that. Wait, this is already blocked, right? Yeah. So blocks don't even do anything, it looks like? Oh no, we're out of blocks, and this is back because we've already gotten 20 upgrades or whatever. It blocks them for like 20 or something. But we're just out of those. None of these do a ton. We get the double damage to try to save some cooldowns here, I guess. But we're down to our last immortality, or our last cooldowns, which is 2 more immortalities, which we'll have to pop right away, but it didn't even block the damage there. Man, hardcore is hardcore, I guess. This is freaking hard. Like, I guess we'll try some Fireball, but I'm pretty sure it's just worse. Let's try the mana-based aspect, and then Fireball then. But this is seemingly impossible right now. We'll do the immortality again. Try to save the instant kill then. We'll take the early luck here. Basically, the way I've been playing for most of the runs, but with a much different builds. We don't have any ignite chance yet, so we'll block that. That's very expensive. 30% chance for minus 5% resistance. That just seems like it would take too long to ramp up. I'm going to probably block that and reroll. Ooh, early gold. Okay, that should be helpful. I haven't even been close to 5 of those yet. We'll block that. Does the fireball have an area? It doesn't look like it. I haven't seen it hit multiple targets before, so I don't think that even... I think this is like our attack range when we start attacking enemies nearby. Okay, let's pop an immortality here. Yeah, it seems to only hit one target even if they're grouped up. And then we'll need another immortality, and hopefully that'll be enough. Okay, split into multiple targets. That sounds very helpful. Take a free reroll here. Mana cost sounds good. Is mana pool any good here? I'm not sure. Fireball is 17.4, so we would need 2 of those to even give a single extra cast. That sounds terrible. And we don't have any sources of damage over time yet either. Alright, one more immortality. If that doesn't do enough, then we're just screwed, it seems like. Fireball, mana cost, reserves max mana. That's okay, not great. We can gain that based on magic, which I don't think we have yet. Nope. Can to apply ignite to nearby enemies. Oh, that sounds cool. AoE ignite on hits? Okay, we could maybe build around that now. These don't really do that much anyways. Well, we need... I can't win if I have to use all of that on the first stage. Like, I just don't understand. So that clearly didn't work. We'll use just the instant kill here. Try to save the immortalities again. Let's do, I guess, health regen? Flat energy shield with no way to recover it doesn't do anything. And damage over time with nothing to boost it doesn't do anything. Let's block those. Do a free reroll. Ooh, free gold early on. We can take that. Fireball damage. I don't think that's going to do a ton with no buff synergy. I think we'll probably block that. Alright, so we're doing the instant kill here. Fireball mana cost adds recharge, attack speed per ignited enemy, more mana pool, and then damage based on that. Okay, that could work, I think. That will currently give us... We'll go up to 120, so 12% damage, and we can cast a bit more. And then we can gain mana as a damage increase as well. Okay, yeah, it seems like using the instant cast on the first stage to take all of those out, I guess. Gold chest. Ooh, mana pool, that's pretty good with the upgrade we just got. Fire pen and fire damage. Pretty solid, it looks like. Multicast sounds good. It just seems too hard to build into the critical stats and some of the other stuff as well on the very short runs here. We'll probably have to toss a reroll on this. Oh man, 49%, that's rough. I guess we could take the golds. Fire damage. That can't be worth it, right? 3%. We can maybe still get value out of that at this point. Block works on everything, so yeah, that's not bad for 130 and some double damage. Then we're down to just the immortality now. Let's let's pop that as they're all getting in here. Check one more quick shop. We need to reroll. We better wait for the free one. And be quick on the mortality here. This is per attack attributes. These ones seem pretty bad as well because it's so hard to get those here. Pierce chance could work maybe. I think we're probably too surrounded for any of these to make a difference, but one of these to improve the AoE would probably be the best bet. Then we need to pop that instantly. We're not even close to 20, less direct damage. We don't even have any haste stacks, so I guess this is the only one we can even take. Pop one more immortality right as that fades, and I think we're dead again. But that looked okay until that point. Maybe we'll try the Archmage with Chain Lightning then? See if we can unlock anything new here. God, hardcore mode is just insane. Let me actually just show you guys the middle difficulty, I guess. Because I'm gonna need some more testing to do that. But I think you need to do the hardest one to unlock endless mode. But we'll do Enlightenment with Arc Lightning. And we can try whatever the second difficulty is here. But we won't be able to unlock endless, unfortunately. But that is just not working out. It seems like they need to do like some balance tweaks to bring some of the different builds into like a bit more consistency, I feel like. 15% block sounds pretty solid for that chest. Max health for gold early on, sure. Energy shield regen is fantastic. Attack is pretty good. 3% and 1.25% attack speeds. And then there's other things that scale with that. Yeah, I think that's fine. And then we can probably do a free reroll after we gain a little bit more gold. We can ban dot damage early on. It's really expensive for only 3%. But it is early on, I guess we'll try it. And then we'll pop an immortality here to save some energy shield, grab the chest. Mana cost sounds good with the Archmage, I think. Extra target sounds good. Actually, mana cost would probably go hard with Archmage, right? We already have some decent mana cost. Yeah, let's try that out. 30% block seems alright. Vitality does give us a bit of regen. I think that's okay. So we have pretty good block, area, mana, multicast. Ooh, 10 magic. Okay, that is very good. If only we were still on hardcore. Like, this would actually be a doable run, I think. But now we're just going to have probably an easy normal run, I guess. But we could at least beat a run and show what that looks like, I guess. Ooh, mana when killing an enemy. That sounds fantastic on Archmage. Low HP, no. Well, you have no arcane charges. Those increase mana regen and reduce mana costs. So that's different from this one, which is arcane regen. So that's just a straight up 25% cost reduction for us then. Okay, that sounds really strong. We have, let me see, 106? So every time that triggers, that would be like 6 or 7. Yeah, I think that sounds good. And then we'll pop the immortality here, grab the chest. Split shot sounds good. We don't have anything that scales with attack yet, right? Yeah. So I think that sounds the best for AoE. And then we'll take a shop and then use the second or the third immortality, I mean, Mana pool, we do have the thing that scales with that, right? I thought we had that on this run. Maybe that was the last one. Okay, that probably doesn't do anything at the huge increase then. Take the crit chance. We have some of that already. We have a decent amount of gold. Let's check out a level up. Energy, shield, defense, and magic. Ooh, that's good. Okay, nice. Then here, we don't have any electrify yet. Let's block that. And I think attack is okay. A little bit of lightning damage on the way out, and then we need to use the the last immortality here. We have a blue damage if we can save up for that. That sounds nice. We only have one shard, so yeah, that's completely impossible. So 245 would be decent. Mana cost, we kind of want to get that as low as possible. When mana is low. Okay, that actually sounds interesting, right? That would bring it very low since we already have so much cost reduction. We do have a decent amount of attack on this run as well, though. 10? So that would be 4%? Oh no, that's terrible. So we'll try out the cost reduction. That will make it almost half as much when we get low in mana. Please let me beat this without the instant kill. I need to use it. I'm gonna die. So splits, regen, locks, and block. Let's check another shop. If we could get some regen here before everything spawns, that would be nice. But otherwise, mana cost and block are decent. Man, 36%, that's rough. We definitely want that. That brings us down to 6.89. If we can't win on normal difficulty with that, then I don't know what to say. 75 block is a lot. We could maybe save up and grab this, and then grab this as they actually get into attack range, if we want to be completely optimal here. So we grab that, and then lock that just in case, since 75% block sounds very helpful for surviving here. But we are completely out of cooldowns. Oh, it moved it over here, okay. That could be decent. But this is basically a 25% damage reduction. We have a 40% chance to be hit here, and we'll go to 25%. Or not quite that good, but still really good since we had so much already. Yeah, we definitely want to grab that. Electrify. Oh, we don't want to increase the mana cost when it's that low, though. But -2, that sounds insane. Yeah. We should be able to cast so many Chain Lightnings now. We can grab the max block, and then if we get enough, we could go for this at 115. We'll lock that. Get a little bit of survivability regen for the very end here. I have nothing left, man! How is this game so hard? I don't get it. Like, I must be missing something, or I must be building very incorrectly or something. Because this was a very good run, right? Like, we had good upgrades early on, we had good synergy, we had extremely low mana cost. And it's only normal difficulty. How? I actually beat this difficulty on my second try. So I figured after a few tries we would be able to do hardcore. But man, this game is hard. I did adaptive armor for the win. I guess we'll do one of those and try to show you guys a win. Arc lightning. Oh right, I was on difficulty 1 and that is 2. So I guess twice as hard. 5 times speed. That's way too expensive. Multicast sounds good. I actually like both of those. So that's a decent start. Let's pop an immortality as the elite gets in range, I think. To try and buy enough time. And then let's check one more shot to get some damage here, so we can save some cooldowns. Let's block crit power early on, take the cheap might. At only 3% with no synergy, probably block that as well. Okay, we have the first stage with only one of those cooldowns. We can take the gold and get some health regen to heal that up. And I think block is pretty much always solid. 15% is just a lot. Lightning pin splits per lightning level. 0.3% seems really low. I wonder if I'm misunderstanding the level on that. I thought it was the talents. But it's... Oh, you can see the level here, okay. So we would gain 0.6%. That just seems so bad. Like, I guess we go lightning pin here then? Since we're not doing the mana synergy this time. So gold chest. Mana, energy shield, multicast, talent, and attack. Not bad. Energy shield is very important for the tanky build here. And multicast and attack are pretty solid. Talents still seem completely useless. Bastion. I think that's pretty anti-synergy with the adaptive armor since you want to have that max stacked. An extra buff when a blessing gem is used. I don't think we're really getting a ton of those. Per 15 is so hard to get. Like, I just don't understand some of these upgrades. It's almost impossible to even get one instance of that. And there's no possible way you can get 2 instances of that. It just seems terrible. I guess it's Bastion then, even though it's only every 4 seconds for the damage reduction. Check a quick shop while we have some decent golds. That's pretty good, that's okay. Pre-reroll. Let's ban Electrify since we have nothing for that. Take the split shot definitely. Multicast, probably not at that much of an increase. Pretty big lightning pin if we go for that. You know, I guess mana cost has less of a downside on this tower because you gain the free casts every once in a while. But most of our casts do still come from that. That does give us some Electrify, so we could build into that. And that does make sense with a tanky build. We kind of let enemies get towards us and stack up the regen buff a bit more. And then we gain regen after that. That sounds kind of cool here. Then we'll need at least one of the immortalities here, I think. Maybe not? Cost reduction is good. And maybe magic? Probably just the damage. Save a little bit here. And then we're on stage 2, so I'll do that, and then we should be able to get a free win with an instant kill now. I think. Blue damage is pretty nice, talent is useless, and those are decent. Not bad. Armor is pretty low value even though we are trying to build for that. I think damage would help the most here. What is my crit stuff at? Yeah, that's not great. So this is probably our final shop now. I don't think either of those are very good for the cost. We're going into Energy Shield, and this would actually make us cast less with a passive. So that's actually not very good. Damage reduction is good, though. That's way too expensive for attack speeds. Way too late for that. I guess we will take the cheap armor and take the lottery tickets. We got... Is that the HP sacrifice thing? Huh. I wonder if you could die from getting that on the lottery ticket. That would be pretty annoying. But it does help here. think we take the double damage and the damage reduction, and then we use this until everything is spawned, and then we use the instant kill, and it should be a win. Let's see, we did have some Electrify synergy. Yeah, right there, so that should be pretty good with a 23% chance. I think I am fine with that. So we use the Immortality, since they are almost fully spawned now. That might have been a bit early, actually. Let's see, decent discount on that, and a little bit of attack. Oh, okay, there, the wave is fully spawned. We use the instant kill, and then it should just be over now. Wait, there's 5 stages now? I didn't see that. When did that happen? What? Uh-oh. My bad. Mana cost and multicast are pretty nice split as well. Not bad. Well, we won't really keep the Bastion charges up much since it's every 4 seconds, so that's not bad. Oh, energy drain. Although it's based on vitality. Crap, do I have any of that? No, it's so hard to get these. Armor up for 10% max HP. So at most you're going to get like 8 or 9 times that before you die? That's probably a similar amount to that. Wait, it's 5% on a 35% chance, and that's just a bonus on top of that. Okay, so that should work and be very good here. Okay, good. Thank God I saw that at least. Let's see, damage reduction's pretty nice, I think. So we can get more of the adaptive armor stacks built up. Time for another shop with that much gold, I think. Oh, we got a talent before that. Oh, base electrify. That's pretty good now that we have a pretty high chance for that, right? 30%. Yeah, that sounds pretty good for the build here. Alright, check a shop with that much money. Oh, vitality. We definitely need that with the leech thing. Yep, that's fantastic. That's a discount. That's too expensive, I think. I guess we'll take a level up since we do gain a free blue when we do that. Blue armor is probably not a big deal, even though we do want to be tanky. But it just seems really inefficient. I think we'll take the lightning, since I'm assuming that works on the electrify stuff we have. And double damage sounds like it might just be like the basic lightning attack. I'm not sure, but it sounds like that would work. Ooh, vitality. Pretty expensive. I guess we'll take the blue thing, since that's a bit more efficient. And we'll try to lock that, since that gives us energy shield stuff and more of the leech thing, which is very important. So 240 for that. Oh, there's a chest hiding over there. I don't think that's going to do a ton. So probably just energy shield then, since we're trying to stack that here. I opened the shop right as that happens. We were trying to get 240, but we might also want to go for energy shields. We could probably ban luck at this point. Grab that and then go for the 240 next, I guess. But we might be dead. Yeah, I didn't notice it was 5 stages now. What was it? Is that on the second difficulty it must be? But we got a little bit further at least. Mana regen per magic. And we'll do one more on hardcore to try and get endless unlocked. I just don't know which is good here. I think chaos, if you can get some multicast chance, is very good. But it's very inconsistent because of that. You only start with 3%. And other than that, I think enlightenment and adaptive armor are probably the best. We'll do one more enlightenment, I think. Arc lightning. Oh, could I... Didn't I get some skulls there? Shrug. Arc lightning. And... Oh, I didn't change it to hardcore, which you have to do in here for some reason. So lightning, arc lightning, and one is the highest I have here. And we'll do the instant kill in the first stage again, since it seems like we have to... If we do the immortality first, I have to use all 4 of those just to survive. So we'll wait until... That's just not going to happen on 3 stages. We'll take the arc lightning, and that's probably too expensive. Let's ban those. And then let's pop that when most of the wave is spawned, and then we should be able to finish the rest without any cooldowns now. Mana flow, we already gained that, don't we? 50% chance. So I think that's kind of weak. Increases the mana cost, base critical per lightning level. I guess we'll try the flash and see what that's about, although I don't really like the mana cost increase. But I'm curious what that is. Okay, so it just shoots 2 times on the initial hit, I guess? Or 4 times there? I don't know. Maybe that's like a multicast on it? On top of that? Buff, energy shield, rerolls, and armor. Seems kind of junk, other than energy shield, which is handy. Okay, so we beat the first stage with just the 1 instant kill. We need to get some shop upgrades to trim them down before they get to me. Crit is good. Ban dot. 3% is just way too low for that. Even if you were doing a dot build, this would still be terrible. Definitely need to fix that a bit. That's okay. I guess we'll... Actually, let's just do a level up. Get the free blue here. We're early enough, it might be worth it. 300 golds. Do I try that while I have HP? I guess so. Blessing drop, block, mana cost. I like those. Kind of expensive. I think that's way too expensive. Do the mana cost, and then maybe try to grab that since block seems pretty good. Or we will just try and grab some stuff here. 10% chance for a 5% reduction is complete garbage. So we should ban that. These are just way too expensive. I think we might have gotten unlucky again. Wait a little bit and then we'll do a shop. 10 defense would be 3 armor, 6% block. I guess that should be worth it. And then we'll do a shop. Grab the block. 50% is insane. I guess we'll take that because it has such a big reduction on it. And then we'll need to immortality. And it looks like we'll need all 3 of those to beat this level. Base bonuses by defense. We do have a bit of that, right? But it was like 6 and 3 or something, so that's terrible. We can gain 2 mana regen, which is okay. I guess that probably makes the most sense for Archmage here. Instant immortality again. I guess that's not terrible. Base damage, but it does more cost. What is Spark Charge? Arc Burst, when reapplied in the area around an enemy, at 50% of the damage per stack. It's only a 20% chance, though. I think it's probably too late to really go for that stuff. Like, if we weren't already completely surrounded and needing to use all the cooldowns, this might make more of a difference. But 20% just feels inconsistent. I think I'm just going to take the flash since we're already building into that. And then we'll do one more right as that fades. And that's about all I can do with good timing. Let's do another shop real quick. Okay, 6. Oh, that's armor. That's not very good. These are probably too expensive. Can we ban that again? Yeah, it's just not going to do a lot, even with the cost reduction. That's so expensive, man. Did I? Yeah, I had a little bit of magic attributes. But that's only if you're capped on mana regen, I think. I don't know if I am or not. But I guess we would still take that. And it's probably reroll. Multicast sounds nice. Yeah, lottery ticket. We got Buff Hunter, which is okay, I guess. Man, hardcore is insane. This game is so hard. I've tried almost everything. Like, I like the concept for the game. It seems like there's some interesting build potential. But a few of the attributes are just so bad right now. Especially on the short 3-stage runs. Let's see. Oh, there's a reincarnation. Haven't seen anything for that yet. Crit and crit power are a bit too hard to get to decent levels on the 3-stage runs. Area seems pretty weak, I'll say. Armor is extremely weak. They need to give more armor or reduce the cost of that or something. Block chance seems pretty good. I think the attributes need to be a little bit cheaper and a little bit more common. Because there's so many synergies with these, but the synergies are just completely useless. Because you just can't get them high enough. Like, the absolute best we did was like the energy shield leech with, I think, 10 vitality for it. But it's just so hard to get some of the synergies and all. I think luck should be a bit better. It's only 3% for that much gold. Seems pretty bad as well. And maybe something like early on in the run, you should be less likely for shop upgrades to have a large price increase. Because I think the RNG is a bit too inconsistent currently. Like, a lot of the time, you'll just get unlucky on like the first 1 or 2 shops, and it's better to just completely restart the run instead of trying to stick with an unlucky run, since you need pretty good upgrades to even make it anywhere, right? Like, hardcore mode just seems so difficult. Like, I think I'm missing a mechanic or something. But I followed everything that I learned from the tutorial. I played a decent number of runs now, and I don't see anything else. We've tried basically everything in here, other than the Berserk aspects. You do gain HP regen on that, so I guess I do need to try that at some point. But I think that's going to be it for now. But man, hardcore mode is freaking insane. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Or will I?